Hey, I'm Kev Welcome back to Automobilista 2. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So I thought I'd show off some content which perhaps take for granted now, because this is what got me into like the Reiza Studios games, like Stock Car Extreme, Formula Truck, with the touring car game I forget the name of as well, and then Automobilista and Automobilista 2. What really attracted me these really games is the Brazilian content, because we don't see that in almost any other game. Like, we don't see the tracks, we don't see the series, and so that's what really got me attracted to these sims. And with the release of like the GTEs recently, of the American tracks, with the GT3s as well in the recent past, and then GT1s, and all these like contemporary, like modern series, more European based series, feels like we've kind of forgotten about the Brazilian content in Automobilista, and that would be a shame. Like, really do enjoy Brazilian content in these games. So, for this video, we'll show off some Brazilian content. And first off, we're going to show off what started this all, basically, for Reiza. What started it from like Stock Car into Stock Car Extreme to Automobilista to now Automobilista 2. And that's the stock cars. So we got the 2021 Toyota Corolla, as you can see in the background. We also got the Chevy Cruze as well. 450 horsepower, just over 3,000 pounds. 6-speed gearboxes. You got push to pass as well in these cars. So you'll see me use that during the race. But yeah, this is, was it a 2019 stock car as well we got here. You can see similar, weighs a bit less, but you can see they got a bit more aero on the car. Back in 2019, they changed the rules. They simplified it for 2020. They've got these cars now. You've got the Toyota and the Chevys. And it's looking more like their production models now. So that's what we've got in the Stock Car Brasil Championship, which I believe is like one of the biggest championships in Brazil. It's a bit like, say, Supercars for Australians, BTCC, the British Touring Car Championship for us Brits, DTM, or what it used to be, DTM to the Germans. But yeah, I also got like, was it TC 2000 or whatever it is in Argentina as well. It's a bit like this as well, Stock Car Brasil. So we're going to be in the Toyota. This is officially licensed as well. So we're going to see all the drivers. And we're going to drive around the Brazilian track as well. We're going to drive around the Velopark circuit. Just 13 turns, just 1.41 miles. You compete at that in just over 50 seconds round here. But it is very exciting. And just to highlight some other good Brazilian tracks as well in this, you got Tarumba, how you say it. Again, a very short track, but great undulation, very challenging as well. Got Santa Cruz as well. It looks a bit weird. I know we've like that loop, almost like the Saxon Ring in the first sector, but again, just over 2 miles long. Another short, outstanding circuit. And what I love about the Brazilian circuit as well is like the undulation and the corners. Like, they got some very challenging corners, very difficult, such as round this, I don't know how to, Londrina Reina circuit, just under a mile long. But as you can see in this, I was just long straight, some tight corners. No, you got some undulation through those corners. They are very tough to nail. And then one of my favorites was actually Salvador, which was on Automobilista. I believe that's the street circuit I no longer visit, but that street circuit was fantastic, especially for all the Formula cars as well around there. But we got, yeah, Gopari, I don't know to say that, just under 2 miles long, for 7 turns, but again, fantastic corners, flowing, undulating. That's what you get in Brazil. It is fantastic. In Curitiba, which used to be on the World Touring Car Championship calendar, 8 turns, 2.26 miles long. In Brasilia as well, which was meant to hold IndyCar a couple of years ago before they found out that was just a financial black hole. Rated, I guess, to make that financial black hole. But yeah, 3.4 miles long, a bit longer. 12 turns. So Goiânia, which is 2.37 miles, 13 turns, and of course the famous Interlagos as well, 2.66 miles, 15 turns. But yeah, all fantastic circuits to drive in. I encourage you to do it in Automobilista 2 or in Automobilista if you've got that as well. So we got a 10-minute race, as you can see. Opponent's a bit down. I tried it on 120. I don't have that pace. I don't get into the 53s, unfortunately. So it's up to down to 110. But yeah, we got all of the cars and you've got a big grid here. So yeah, rolling start, starting in 6th. For 10 minutes, we got underway. As we're going to be doing almost like 12, 13 laps round here. It's a break around 100 meters for the first corner. Oh, cold tyres. Side by side as well, so we lose out. The buddy alongside us, and then you got late apex, right hand, left hand as well as late. I know my left and right. And down here, a bit of a jump into the left. Then through the right, hog this curb, use it to rotate the car. Same through this left. And get on the power early. We've got a bit of a back stretch here. Right in the toe. And have a little look. But again, we're braking just before 100 meters on this occasion. As it going to the tight left. And on the power hard through the right. Again, use a bit of the curb on the left. Hard on the power forward, downhill. Very easy to lock up through this tight left-hand hairpin. Accelerate through the right, and that is the lap of Velopark. I told you it's short. As you just hold on to sit, that was a minute point 4. We're going to get down to under into the 54s. Hopefully, my fastest lap was a 54.3. Don't hit the sausage curbs; they are not good. Oh, people get on the power. I remember when I tried the 2020 stock cars many moons ago in Automobilista 2, around, I think it was Hockenheimring. I found those cars very almost undrivable, like they were very tough to drive. These cars, I'm not sure it's because of the last update or not. All the updates since in that year since then. But yeah, this car is pretty damn drivable. Pretty nice to drive, apart from when you hit the curbs hard like that. But yeah, it's much more drivable now. I'm not sure if it's too drivable. Like, this feels more like the 2019 stock car, which as I tried to introduce at the beginning, like, perhaps shouldn't be. With like less aero bits on it, a bit more production body. As top 5, we're getting away slightly. And use all the curve on the outside there, though. You can see 55.6, so my potential's a 53.9. But fastest I've done is like a 54.3, I think. There's all. And they go locking up. So a bit wide onto the front stretch. But we're using the push to pass. There we go. Pressed it. Push to pass active after, I think it's the first lap. So now it's recharging if you look in the bottom right. So we'll have a look down our inside. Hog that curb on the inside. And on the outside as well. Oh, almost onto the grass, but that's one of the bad sats we're doing that. I think it's recharging, or is it being used? Oh, I think it was still being used. Now it's recharging. As you get into the 54s, do much better than that though. It goes smoother, first chicane. This is the 2017 version, so 2010 version, the other version, as you can see, has a tight double left at the beginning of the lap. Well done, that fun little jump you have there. I quite like that jump. And so we lose out in the first set, so we'll put it back in this the middle part of the lap, and then again lose out the final corner. Locking up a bit. But be careful not to lock up too much. You can just spin the car around like that. Yeah, you can see in the bottom right is almost recharged now to push the pass and almost use it. A little bit wide. You can see not too much on the brake there, but you can see we kind of rotate the rear. Like, it's manageable, this car now, very drivable. Like, this is default setup as well. I haven't done anything really, as we've got a much better run. So you get into the top 5 here. It's into the second half of the race. I've seen people complaining it's too drivable now after the update, so I'm wondering how it drove before. Like the recent update, which added all the DLC and the BMW, has come up to 5th. And we've got to use the push to pass again here to hold on to 5th. It's the batting hard in the top 4. You can see they're looking left, right. Let's see on my inside. Do like our opponents as well. Like, they have improved massively. Oh, as I say that, they dive down our inside and give us no room to spare. Didn't realise we're there. He dived down the inside the car behind and us. Oh, we've got to run again on this back stretch though. Get back into the top 5 here. But yeah, they do have the moments still. The odd moments. But in general, they're very good to battle against. You may have seen with the Racing USA videos. I haven't tried them with a lot of cars though. I've only really tried the cars I'm showing in videos. So I'm not sure how they're against like in the Formula cars yet. We've got to still try that out. But yeah, these cars, they're pretty good. Oh, a bit wide. Hold on, no. Bit ragged this race. Understeering as well, a bit there. Just like the front left is not looking good. Maybe that's why we're a bit ragged. Oh. Just clipping the curb there, but it seems to be triggering the track limits, that is. So I've got to be careful of that. And these last, I'm guessing we've got 3 laps to go here. So I've got to push the pass back as well. We might use it down the back stretch. So we can close the gap to the top 4. There you go, almost rotating it too much on the brakes. Hog that curb. There you go, push the pass, let's go. Got a couple second gap in front. So battling behind. So again, taking that curb. Just got to let the car go deep there. If I try and brake, put in too much brake again, it's just going to spin the rear. So I have to kind of let off there and let the car go a bit deep. So we're consistently high 54s. Let's try and get a mid 54, shall we? That is not the way to do it. Don't do that. So we're a bit lonely now in 5th. Yeah, these are fun cars to drive. Like I said, I'm not sure if they're perhaps too neutered. Like I found with like the Formula V10 before. Remember when driving that? And they're not really finding the limit with the car, just finding it. It was fun to drive, but not finding it as good as it was an Automobilista. I'm not sure if that's what people find with this car. So we've got to go back to like the 2019 car. Give that a try and compare. So heading on to the final lap now. They're battling their 3 wide, going for 2nd in front. Oh, they're going to make it through. They are. You can see how good they are just battling each other, our opponents as well. Like, it's all the rear almost going there. But they're so good battling you as well. Like, it can be a bit silly. Like we saw in Long Beach as well. Like, can be a bit hit and miss through at the start, especially for the first couple of corners. And I think it's the same for almost everywhere at the start. But in general, they're pretty damn good now. As you can see, unfortunately, we're kind of in middle no man's land, so I can't demonstrate properly, but in the race, that was some good battling, wasn't it? As we get a top 5 here, out of 32 drivers. Not bad. As it's cooled down after that. That was a decent race. Some very decent cars. Hey, calm down behind. Alright. Yeah, I was also interested racing these as well, because I followed Tony Canon on Twitch. He's been showing off his racing activities on Twitch. So he showed off like SRX last weekend when he was at Stafford at the first round, like doing the shakedown on the Friday before the race on the Saturday. That was really cool to watch. But he also streamed the Stock Car Brasil race that he participated in. Like, he had his buddy, I think, having a camera on pit wall, while he was also streaming like the live coverage. It wasn't Brazilian, so I didn't understand much of it, but and unfortunately, when I did join, he did spin in the race, so I'm not sure if he just sensed my presence as I just cursed him. But yeah, it was really cool seeing that on Twitch and seeing the scenes you don't really see often. Like, I know on YouTube you can see like the endurance series, Brazil, like the endurance races, which features like the Metal Moro cars in this and or the GT cars as well. I'm not sure about Stock Car Brasil. But yeah, it was pretty awesome to see that on Twitch, and definitely give Tony Canon a follow if you want to follow his racing activities this year. Well, apart from IndyCar, which he can't stream, but yeah, because he competes in SRX, so he's got 3 more rounds he's going to be competing in the next 4 weeks in that. He's got Stock Car Brasil as well, which I believe he's doing the full season of this year. And he does the ovals on IndyCar, which Jimmy Johnson doesn't do, or Chip Ganassi. So he's a busy man this year, and it's a treat to follow his channel at the moment. But Automobilista 2, you have gotten better. There's still some improvements to go, but you have gotten much better the past year since your official release. I'm much looking forward to the next part of the Race in USA DLC, and giving some more Brazilian content a go in this sim as well. And yeah, never forget about the Brazilian content in Automobilista, Automobilista 2, Stock Car Extreme, Petrobras, that's the free touring car game as well, and Formula Truck as well. Like, maybe I'll give the Formula Trucks a go next time, because in that I found them pretty bad to drive at first in Automobilista 2, so they might be another series on the list to drive in this sim. But yeah, thanks for watching all. Hope you enjoyed the racing, and I'll be back next time.